has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Hey guys, Mazel here. We finally did it. We finished another 3 demo review series, this time of Stewie2k, and it was not fucking pretty. I found a lot of stuff in 3 demos, and I really did try and give them the benefit of the doubt in a lot of situations. Like, I picked these demos completely arbitrarily. I didn't pick them knowing that they had shit in them. Like the one against Renegades, I just picked because I had already done a player on Renegades, and they played Cloud9, so I just grabbed Stewie's point of view. And that's in contrast to a few other players I do. Like Hen 1, I picked his demo because I knew there was a fucked up moment in it. But Stewie really does not fucking do himself any favors. I was going through some of the comments on Dan's video that he made of Stewie, and I was going through comments on HLTV Dan's video, like I was reading everything pretty much, and a lot of people seem to think that for Dan's video they're like, oh, this was his whole fucking career and that's all you found. No, actually, I'm showing right at the start here only 3 demos, and I have a fuckload of clips. Some of them are not as bad as others. Some of them are just missed crosshair placement. Like coming up in the pillar here, right here actually. He just misses his crosshair here, but in the demo review I show 4 other situations where he doesn't miss it. So some of them are worse than others, but to think that Dan and I sifted through his entire fucking career of demos to try and find shady shit is incorrect. It really was not a lot of effort to find some of the shadiest shit I've ever seen. If honestly, like, I've done 3 demos from Sabrosa, and the Stewie2k clips can go, they can fucking go toe to toe with anybody, man. If you took off his nameplate and looked at it, if Sabrosa was doing this shit, this place would be going mental right now. It really is kind of sad how much he's been kind of getting protected, and nobody's really talking about it that much. Before Dan M put out his video, he really did get protected a lot, just because he plays for Cloud9 and stuff like that. Meanwhile, everyone's shitting on fucking Sabrosa for doing similar shit. Like, Sabrosa's fucking just as bad. Stewie2k in some situations is even fucking worse, in my opinion. Like, even like his 3rd demo was probably the fucking worst one I did, and I picked it completely at random. And there's some really crisp looking aim locks in that, I thought. And yeah, this fucking guy, he does not do himself any favors. It really looks like he's cheating. There's a very small chance that he's not cheating, in my opinion. Let's just say that. But it really is sad how much protection and stuff he got in the scene. Nobody ever fucking talked about clips from Stewie, or hardly ever. On Vax Sucks, you would get fucking downvoted into oblivion if you did. I mean, granted, that's when even somebody would even post a clip of Stewie. Usually people wouldn't even post them. Like, you'd only see a clip come up every once in a while. But like, I went through 3 demos, man. There's got to be a lot of shit of this guy. I'm probably gonna keep doing Stewie demos for sure. Like, honestly, he's a fucking gold mine for clips. It's ridiculous. It seems like every game I do, I'm getting 2 or 3 clips out of them. So I'll probably continue to do clips of Stewie. And I watched some of those reaction videos of pros watching Dan's video and stuff like that. It's pretty sad, man. Like, I watched Freakazoid react to it, and I don't expect him to say, wow, these look sketchy, he's probably cheating. I don't expect him to say that or anything, but he really does dismiss it and try his best to discredit and stuff like that, and act like he's the smartest guy in the room kind of thing, which is questionable of him. Anyways, it's pretty sad that nobody's talking about this. Like, we can't even have a fucking conversation about cheating without people freaking out and going fucking bananas, It's been a problem with CS for a long time. It's been a relatively new problem to pro players. But the fact that nobody's even talking about it or willing to entertain a discussion, nothing's ever going to get solved unless you start talking about it. The only people, or there's only a select few people that really have a direct channel of communication with tournament organizers and stuff like that. And pro players are one of them, you know, like it would be nice if they'd talk a little bit more, or at least be more open to the idea of there might be cheating in the pro scene. I understand why they're not, and it puts them in a really difficult position, obviously, and that's why they don't talk about it much. But it's just really sad to see them, you know, these people that some of them clearly don't know how any of these cheats work, which is good, or they're playing dumb. In Freakazoid's case, it really did look like he just had no idea how cheats worked. And it makes it hard for someone like that to even understand what's going on. Like, I don't know if he expects Stewie to be fucking speed hacking or something in the games just because we were calling him a cheater. Obviously, that's not the case. He also thought that since Stewie left his computer unattended and unguarded while in the team house, he must not be cheating. I don't know if you expect there to be a fucking huge GUI that comes up that says cheating software, but that's not how this shit works. If it's something discreet and secretive enough to be loaded at LAN, obviously he's not worried about people going on his computer. It only takes one keybind to fucking shut down a piece of software, you know? If Stewie's playing on LAN and someone wants to go on his computer, I'm sure there's one fucking key he has to hit to turn everything off. And it would be the same as the team house. So yeah, we're in a fucking low point of CS, man. Like, this really is pretty sad stuff. I wish these clips didn't exist as much as every other fan of North American Counter-Strike, but honestly, I'm like, the more I watch these things, the less and less I blame the players, you know? It really is, it's human nature, you know? It happened in a lot of different aspects in life. It happened in cycling, happened in baseball, happened in MMA. When people start fucking juicing or doing whatever to gain an advantage, it's human nature for the people competing against them. Like, think about, like, if you were a pro player and you saw Fnatic winning all these championships and they were cheating their fucking balls off, what would you do, you know? Personally, I would probably start fucking cheating. And I'm 30 years old. I've fucking never cheated a day in my life. And I'm pretty confident in saying that if I was a pro player and I saw other people cheating, I would probably try and cheat. And that's, like I said, that's coming from someone who's never fucking cheated in his life in CS. Anyways, I really don't put a lot of the blame on the players here. They're in a shitty situation. Like, North American Counter-Strike is a fucking meme, you know, like, or it was for a long time because they couldn't win shit. And for a long time, I actually thought a lot of North American players looked pretty clean, you know, like 2015. Name a dirty CS player from North America in 2015. I couldn't think of any, and I followed the scene pretty religiously, and I never saw anything too fishy from any of the North American players in 2014 or 2015. North Americans seemed pretty clean, and then they'd go to tournaments and get the fucking shit beat out of them by Fnatic and some other player, you know, Shocks or whatever. Some people that really look like they're probably cheating. And then the fucking memes start, right? North Americans can't win shit, you know? They can't fucking compete with EU. They get knocked out first round. And if I was a pro player and I was reading stuff like that, and I thought people were cheating, you know, I'm sure a lot of these pro players think in their head, but don't say it publicly, that players are cheating, right? If I saw all these comments saying how shit North American players are, and how they can't win, then yeah, I'm going to start cheating if I think other players are cheating, and that's why I'm losing tournaments, right? So I really don't blame Stewie. Another thing about Stewie is, if I would, like, put yourself in the shoes of a fucking cheat coder, right? And it's your job to kind of reach out to players that you think would want to cheat. Who would be the fucking... What's the criteria of people that you would look for? Probably someone young, impressionable, with a lot of pressure to perform on them. Maybe a new up-and-coming type of player, and somebody with fucking money. So ideally someone on a big team that can pay the big bucks for the good stuff, right? Stewie falls into a lot of categories. For someone that would be targeted to sell cheats to. He dropped out of high school to play Pro CS. It was very controversial when he moved away from his parents' house. His parents didn't want him to play Pro CS. There was a lot of pressure to perform. Nobody thought he was going to be good on Cloud9. Everybody was writing him off as some dog shit tier 5 player when he joined. It kind of came out of left field as well. So, put yourself in his shoes. If someone came up to you and said, hey, a lot of guys are making fun of you, man. You want to fucking get back at them and give yourself a little helping hand? It'd be hard for anybody to turn that down, right? Young, old, whatever, experience. It'd be really difficult. And then think about other players in the scene. There's some guys that if I was a cheat coder, I'd be like, I don't think I want to approach that guy because I don't want too much of this information getting out, like guys that have been established for a long time, or some of the fucking 30-year-olds. Like, if I was a cheat coder, I probably wouldn't talk to Taz or people like that, just because you don't want too much information, right, to be leaked out. So yeah, I think a lot of pieces fall into place for Stewie that make it look like he's a cheater. And obviously the fucking clips do not hurt the fucking argument, that's for sure. And it's really sad, man. I really wish the scene was cleaner than it is, but it's not. And this is the fucking world we're living in. But we got a major coming up in a few days. Maybe Valve will surprise us with some fucking anti-cheat advancements. They did say in their AMA that they're going to work on anti-cheat, though that's all they said. I don't know. It's fucking tough, man. I really think they shouldn't be using their own peripherals or their own Steam accounts. It just leaves too many doors open, especially when known vulnerabilities exist with peripherals and stuff like that. We've had problems with Steam accounts in the past with community maps and shit. I really wish Valve would just make an offline client that could play offline without logging into Steam, or just give all the players new Steam accounts, tournament owned and operated Steam accounts. That would be nice. Anyways, I really hope Stewie, he seemed a little shaken up on his stream. I don't watch his stream too much, but he was pretty quiet. Like, he was streaming and he went offline, and people were saying what the fuck in chat, of course, and then everyone starts spamming Dan M banned him. Which I thought was fucking hilarious. So, I don't know. I think he'll recover, I'm sure it's not the first time he's been called a fucking cheater. I'm sure coming up in Premiere, like, those guys are fucking pretty rough around the edges. I'm sure they were calling him cheaters fucking all the time, whatever, So, we'll see how Stewie does at his next tournament. See if there's any difference to his playstyle, maybe. And I'll probably keep the demo reviews coming for this guy. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.